Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending where you are watching this from. And happy World Cardmaking Day. Hope everyone is having lots of fun so far. My name is Keisha, and I'm from Vancouver Island, BC, Canada, and we're going to try and make a card together. But this is my first time doing a public video, so bear with me because I'm really nervous. We're going to work with the Celebrating Sunflower set and the Glad We're Friends set. And my crafting name is the Can't Spell Crafter, and I picked this name because I can't spell, and words are very hard, and grammar. I have an invisible illness that there's no cure for, and it affects my heart, and it results in me just losing consciousness and falling to the ground, and since gravity is a thing, I hit the ground a lot. And I hit anything that's in the way, which results in a lot of injuries, head trauma, and just injuries all around. So words are really hard for me, so bear with me, but keep in mind my name there. Sometimes being in public is really hard when you have an invisible illness. People just expect you to function and act like the young, healthy person that they think I am, but I struggle to function and do basic daily things that a lot of people take for granted. So I spend a lot of my time being sick and in pain, and you know, your mental health has to come from somewhere, and my strength comes from animals. I love my animals, and every morning I have a few hours where I can kind of manage my pain, so I'll take my dogs out for a walk and I enjoy nature. A few years ago I started taking a daily photo just to help push me to walk a little further and I just enjoy the nature, and of course I love crafting, so that's going to be my inspiration for our card today. Photos, nature, and animals. So we're going to try and get started. The first thing we're going to do is take two 3x4 1/4 cardstocks, and we're going to take dies from the stylish shape dies. You're going to take your largest one and you're going to run it through your die cutting machine so we can make like a little Polaroid. That's our first step. Our second step, we're going to take our sunflower stamp set and we're going to stamp 3 flowers. I'm going to try and stamp 3 flowers. And I have some extras that are there because obviously that paper is not big enough for me. Next, we're going to take our masking paper. It's new in the catalog this year and it's been really fun to work with. I keep mine in the case because I was finding it bending a little bit. So what we're going to do is there's 2 sides. There's a glossy side and then a flatter side. We're going to stamp on the flatter side. I find that that's the sticky side. And so we're going to stamp 2 sunflowers and a corgi, which I've already done. I've also cut them out. So for this card, we're actually going to create some layers. And so I found for the layering tip, what you want to do is actually fussy cut really close to the stamp. Normally we leave a border, but not for this technique. Once we have those done and you have cut them out, we're going to take our Polaroid and just for a little help, we're going to draw a couple little corners very lightly so we know where our picture frame is going to be. And then we're going to stamp again the sunflower. And we're going to go off the picture frame so he's just popping out, and just like that. Then we're going to pull off the masking paper, which is really hard because I don't have nails. Sorry. And I'm nervous, so I'm also shaking a little. And then we're just going to cover him up. And then we're going to take the corgi, which is super cute. And we are going to stamp only the corgi. Now I just want the corgi, so I'm just going to go on the side and I'm going to try not to get the fan. And if you do, that's okay, you just wipe it off. I'm going to use my fingers because why not? So he's masked, and we're going to stamp our corgi right on top of that flower. And so that flower is totally protected, and our corgi's not making any mess there. Now we're going to take our corgi paper, which again I should have done ahead of time, I'm sorry. And we're going to take off this one. Now pull very gently. It is actually kind of strong, and we don't want to tear the paper. And we're going to place the corgi on top of the corgi. And for this moment, we're just going to replace the flower again. Just try and line it up. It's okay if I don't have the other side at the moment. And we're going to stamp our flower. And we're going to repeat this a whole bunch of times. All around your whole entire card. Now, as we use our masking tape, I have found that if you stamp over it a bunch of times, it does get a little soft or disintegrates, or I don't know what the word is, but so you just want to be a little careful when you're pulling it up after you've stamped a few times. Just because it could just become a little soft. And we're going to keep doing this, and I totally missed that part. Told you I was nervous, right? So, alright. Can you hear my dog snoring? He's snoring so loudly. So, I've been really lucky. I've had lots of dogs throughout my whole entire life. We've had a little dog when I was a little kid named Lady. And she was so sweet. A little wiry, hairy, wiry dog. And then we had another dog named Lucky. Oh, but just for this part, we're going to reuse our second one to cover that flower. And we had another dog named Mocha, who we rescued. He was a purebred English lab. You're not supposed to have favorites. I love all my dogs, but he was very special. And then we have two dogs right now. Kea, who is a Eskimo Pomeranian. So she is full of fur. Very, very fluffy. And then I have another rescue named Milo. He was a very broken dog when we brought him home, but it's nice to see that he's finally happy and being a dog. He actually stretches out now and takes up the whole couch, which is awesome, and demands belly rubs. And then I have a cat as well, who I'm actually surprised hasn't come out yet to see what we're doing. She likes to craft with me generally. So I'm peeling out the bottom of the dog just because, again, I stamped a lot on the top and it's going to tear, and you can kind of just feel it when it's disintegrating a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now it looks a little messy, and that's okay. And we have our flowers, and now we color, which is the funnest thing in the world. Now for this, I'm just keeping it really, really simple. The dog, I decided to use a pumpkin pie. And I asked my sister-in-law if she said it was too bright, because corgis do come in different colors, but it was a pretty dark color, and she said, nope, it looks great. So we're just gonna quickly color him out. And then for the inside of the flowers, I've used soft suede. And for the dog tongue, I used the light petal pink. For the green leaves, we have used Mossy Meadow and Light. And then to highlight our flowers, I used the Light Pumpkin Pie, and then I went over it with Dark Daffodil. So one, it just kind of helped bring in the color of the dog, but also my light stopped working while I was making the card. So it's on my list to order. Through the magic of television, we have our card. So you can see we have our little marks where we had them in, so you don't have to color above that. And then if there's any little spots that you didn't get to cover or stamp, you can just fill it in with whatever flower color you have. And then when you put your thing on top, you have yourself a little Polaroid. So we're going to stamp on here, and I chose to use the Glad We're Friends from the Glad We're Friends stamp set. I'm going to stamp it off, just make sure we're right side up, because I'm bad at knowing what side is which. Because, why not? Then I also have our flowers that we die cut it out, and we're going to use our Rustic Harvest DSP, which I thought was pretty cute and fun for a fall card. So we're going to glue our Polaroid down, and I'm going to use very little as possible on the side because we don't want it to like ooze out, but we want it to obviously stick. And oops, sorry. And then we're just going to glue him down as straight as possible. That is not straight, but we're going to crooked him so it will work out. Alright, we're going to glue this down. You can use whatever adhesive you want, of course. I'm a glue person. Cannot get the seals to work for me every time I've tried. And we're going to glue him down as well. And we're going to go a little crooked as well, so a nice little slant. And then we're going to dimensional up our sunflowers. Just to add a little depth. And it's weird making a card in the quiet here. I always have noise and music, so. And just get him in there to fit. Perfect. And then to top off our card, I have the brushed metallic adhesive dots, and I was thinking gold, but I kind of like these ones now. So I'm gonna just do in the corners, kind of like a scrapbook, pinning up your picture. And there we go. A very cute little nature dog Polaroid card. Oh, and I have a little scrap for the inside as well, which I can put in there after. So I have a couple samples. I have another one using the exact same technique, but we used the little kitty, and I used the Blessings of Home to just do little spring flowers instead, which was pretty cute. But we can't forget our furry cat friends as well, and all the other animals. And then same layout, but not using the masking tape or paper if you didn't have any. I used the All Bundled Up to create a little Christmas picture card, which is going to be pretty much the season very soon. So I thought that was really cute. I colored them, fussy cutted them, and just plopped them on the paper. And again, another layout. Again, I had to do a card that was our favorite thing. So walking, taking nature photos, and walking my dog. And then my last one, which was using the masking tape. If you got the hippos set during celebration, I turned them into cows and tried to angle it so it looked like he was taking a little selfie. So I hope those give you some fun inspiration. I hope you liked those. I hope you're having a really fun day. Give your animals a little snuggle for me, and have a great day. Bye.